Okay, this morning we're going to be making pickled cactus. So what's been done already is the bases have been trimmed off, the edges have all been trimmed off, and all the little sticky things, and then we have rinsed them in water. And the first step after all that is we are going to coat them in sea salt and put them in this glass pan. And the reason for this is we want to get rid of that sliminess. So once you get them all salted good, is put them in the pan, and then we'll let them sit for 20 or 30 minutes, and then we'll come back and rinse them off, and then we'll cut them up. And yeah, that's lots of salt. So there we go. We'll let them sit here in our pan for about half an hour, and then we'll come back and do the next step. Okay, so here's what they look like after soaking for 20 to 30 minutes. You can see they're very slimy and stuff, so I'm going to rinse them off real quick, and then we'll do the next step. Okay, they're all rinsed off. They're still a little slimy. So what we're going to do now is we're cutting them into strips about yay big, and what I'm also going to do is cut them in half, because I'm going to put them in jelly jars. If you're going to put them in a bigger jar, you can keep them long and skinny, but I'm going to use jelly jars, so I'm going to cut them in half. And actually, I could just go across this way, probably would be good enough. So when you have them all sliced, you're going to put them back in this thing. Let's see, I think I'm just going to... Alrighty, so now we've got them all cut, and see, they're still a little bit slimy. Let me rinse my hands real quick here. And now what we're going to do is we're going to put a bunch more sea salt on them and let them soak or dry out, or whatever you want to call it, for another 20 minutes, because we're trying to get rid of the sliminess. So we'll set those aside, and then we're going to get prepped up for the sauce, so we'll be right back. Okay, now we're going to start putting our brine together for this. So we start out with 2 cups of apple cider vinegar, I'm going to go ahead and turn my little stove on here too, my little burner plate. And then we need 2 tablespoons of honey. Come on, honey, honey, honey. I don't have very strong hands. Whoa. And the honey's kind of, because this is natural honey, so it kind of crystallized, so it's been sitting in a pot of boiling water, which is why it's kind of liquidy, so it's still good, but okay. So there's our 2 tablespoons of honey, and we'll kind of rinse our measuring spoon off to get that off. And then we need 2.5 cups of organic cane sugar. Be sure to above here so I don't. 1, 2, I'll have to, and a half. Okay, and then we need a half a teaspoon of ground turmeric. So let me, oh, here it is right there. Yay. Which, you know, turmeric is very, very good for you, so this will be a fairly healthy thing, actually. All kinds of good things in here. A 1/4 cup of our sea salt. And 1 cinnamon stick. Okay, so now what we need to do is stir this up and let it start melting and everything. So I'm going to put that over there for a little bit. Meanwhile, we are going to get the rest of our stuff ready, which I've already, okay, as you can see, our brine is doing well. I turned it down because once it boils, it's got to simmer for a while. Whew, boy, it's kind of potent stuff. Anyway, here's our little things. You can see the salt is all wet from getting rid of a lot of the slime. So I'm going to go rinse these again, and then when I come back, we're going to start packing our jars, which have been boiling over to the side over here, and we're going to start packing our jars with our stuff so we can pour our brine in. So I'll be right back. Okay, so now I got our jars out of the, oh, we need to put 2 garlic cloves in each jar. And a 1 cinnamon stick. And these are a couple of jalapeno slices. Okay, now we're gonna put our things in here. They're not going to look pretty, but that's okay. Get them down below the level of the thingy here. Okay, so now what we do is we're going to pour our brine in here. Actually, what I'm going to do first is take this cinnamon stick out of there. There we go. Pour our brine in. Sorry, I have weak wrists. Okay. And then our jar lids. Oops, that one's backwards. That's where my other lid went. Ouch. Now you can do one of 2 things with these at this point. Ouch. You can either There we go. You can either put them in the fridge now like this, so that, and let them sit for a while, or what I'm going to do, I'm going to tighten these up a little bit better. I'm going to take them and put them back in my hot water bath, and I'm going to water bath can them. So, but as you know, I don't know if you guys can see that. Now, so let me put these back in here real quick while I'm talking. If you noticed, I was doing those cactus pads or Nepalis in that glass dish here. And when you do it with the salt, you're supposed to put it in a non-reactive container. And so that would be like a glass dish or a stainless steel dish or something like that. So anyway, now we have a whole bunch of brine left, but that's okay. So obviously this recipe would probably make at least 6 jelly jars or 3 pint jars. It was supposed to be pints actually, but I didn't have any wide mouth pints, and so that's why I used jelly jars since they were wide mouth.
Okay.
Okay, so I'm put these in the water bath for 10 minutes boiling. So that should do them, and hopefully they'll, whoa, and then I just dropped that guy on his side. That's not good. Oh, and then I just dropped him upside down. I hope I don't crack him. Try not to. Come on. Ow. There we go. Now I got him. Alrighty. Whew. So, let's see here. Hopefully you guys can see them in there okay. We probably could have put more in there, but that's okay. This was just kind of a experiment type thing. And now we'll let them go, and there you have it, another way to use your cactus pads.